one, all the products you saw in this seminary has 10% of chia, 10%. Yeah. You can use less, of course. My recommendation, whenever you do a process or a product, start with less, go less, and then go up. Yeah, okay. Of course, what's your objective? But if you need to put more fiber, you can go to 10, 15%, no problem. But my recommendation is to put a little bit and then going to try to get the most you can, because you will realize all the things you have to do. Like we were speaking with Lin, put more water, do it slowly, but go less to more. That's my recommendation. All these products has 10% of fiber. Stevia, it's a little bit because allulose also give sweets, so it has less sweetener than regular sugar. It has 70% sort of the allulose, so we put a little bit of stevia because we know the stevia has a little bad taste at the last when you put too much. So we put a little bit only to do the same like sugar. It's a little, not too much. So never. That's you have to try. You have to try. You have to do the taste. Also, my recommendation: put a little bit, then go up, because allulose, another replacement of sugar, doesn't have the same sweetness than regular sugar. So
right, allulose calculation is going to always be a little more net carbs. And as with any sugar-free formulation, I would also like to recommend a mix of sugar replacers, right? Remi knows that. He's worked with enough products to see the difference. Stevia for intensity all the time. And I've seen a lot of formulation and formulas go through a combination of potassium, asulfame K, you know, even allulose and even monk fruit and
very good, yeah,
and the others. Yeah, so you know, mix it up, do what you want to do with it, and get the kind of sweetness, because for replacing sugar for sweetness, that's the only job you need to do, right? So when you replace the sweetness, you gotta do a combination of things to replace the sweetness. For the bulking of sugar replacement, you got to do these fiber replacements. Yeah. So for the water activity, you know, replacement of sugar, you have to look into the fibers and hydrocolloids. And wow, chia flour. So this is why chia flour is so important in sugar replacement. You got the fiber, you got the water activity, and you got the bulking. Right. So these things are really important as you develop sugar-free options.
And even plant-based options. So if you want to reduce, for example, egg, I mean, most of the recipe that we saw today, they contain egg. But if you want to replace egg also in your formula or any stabilizer, also the chia fiber help people with the bulking.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. Yeah, so if you want to develop vegan keto, you might want to look at a chia flour seriously.
Yeah, really. Yeah, we talk about that. Yeah, you have to change. You have to change. You have to put more water.
My recommendation, and I've seen with all my customers, and why I recommend is, think about that. You have a fiber that absorbs about 9 times its weight in water. Of course, in bakery, we don't go to the maximum absorption rate, but think about that. If you're using, let's say, 5% of chia flour, you need to adjust a little bit up to 5 to 6% of your total water and see how it's behaving, and go a little bit higher. And don't worry that the first trial is going to be too dry and it's not going to be too moist. And then you continue adding until you receive the texture that you want. And that's why my recommendation. If you use 10% of chia flour, then go 10% of your water and add it slowly, 50% of it, only 5%, and then go to 7%, and then go to 10%, and then go to 12% of adding water. Let's say if you add, let's say 100 milliliter.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a number, right? Put 110, but not totally, not immediately, progressively. You go first and do a trial with 105 milliliter, or then you do a trial with 107 milliliter, and so on. Okay.
Yeah, also remember the fiber, don't take straight away the water. That's important. You will see that the fiber doesn't get straight away the water. So it's gonna take it all the process, including the approval time. Yeah, of course the baking, but you have to do it slowly. The fiber, the absorption is very slow. So that's also a good recommendation.
Yes, and good point, Steven. Like this, the example is that we all have put chia in water, right? And we see that the viscosity is building up progressively.
Exactly.
On the chia flour, high fiber, it's go faster because you have more surface area, and it's like get activated at 4 degrees Celsius. So don't worry about the temperature of your water. Worry about making sure that all this fiber absorb the most amount of water of your recipe, so it helps binding those ingredients together, okay, and giving you the final texture.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's more technical question. Okay, basically what we do at Benexia, we are only 100% natural. So basically what we do is a natural physical concentration of the chia fiber. Okay, so just to give you an idea, chia seed normally have about 32 grams of fiber per 100 grams. In the chia flour, we go to 56. Chia seed have 22% of protein. Chia flour have 25% of protein. Chia flour have a lot of fat. It has 30 to 32 grams of fat. 63% of it is omega-3. In this case, we reduce the fat to the minimum expression by cold pressing the flour. Okay, so basically we don't use any solvent extraction. No, we just keep the enough oil in the flour that is protected by the fiber and the protein, so it will not turn rancid or give you an off flavor like you normally can happen when you do, like for example, millet flaxseed,
yeah,
or millet or hemp, that normally you have a lot of fat, and then when you bake it, that you have to give you like that taste that is very strong. Here, the taste is very clean, no aftertaste. The aftertaste that we're probably gonna feel in the product that we taste today was more on the sweeteners,
yeah,
like the typical aftertaste that you have on the stevia. If you are not a highly consumer of stevia or artificial sweetener, that is the aftertaste that you will have. Yeah. But otherwise, it's a clean flavor.
Clean flavor, not like flax seeds like you told. Yes, really. No, they're different from standards. They're a little bit more viscosity. That's true. Yeah. When you do it in the mixed in the batter, yeah, you will show more viscosity. That's true. It's not like liquid like traditional bake. It's more higher.
It's a little thicker and a little more viscous.
Yeah,
so it might take
it might
take a different depositor setting And you just have to adjust, just with gluten-free products, it's the same thing. You have to adjust your depositors, you have to adjust your processing line. So yeah, with chia flour and ability to accommodate so much more water, you're going to have a different set of processing conditions. So it is different.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
For example, in the same formula that we do for the chocolate, you can have the pancake. For the chocolate muffin, you can have pancake, chocolate pancake, or
Ooh, that's a waffle.
pancake.
That's nice.
No, this is a waffle, sorry.
This is a waffle, yeah.
But you can do pancake, waffle, cookies.
I'm waiting for you guys to make a
This is the chocolate one, yeah.
keto Eggo, man. Come on. I need a keto Eggo. I love Eggo waffles.
Yeah, yeah. With the mix, we can do a traditional oven, yeah, like this one, the chocolate cake. You also can do the microwave, and also you can do the waffle. So really good. You can do it all
Nice.
that kind of process. You can do it, huh? Whatever you like. It's incredible.
What is going to be the difference? Stephen, what is the difference between any of these applications that you use the same base?
Only the machine you are using, the traditional oven, the microwave, and for example, the waffle. It takes the same water. You want to do a waffle, you put the same water. You want to do it in traditional oven, you can mix it the same like I done it like to the microwave. You can do it and you put it in the traditional oven. You will have different results, of course. Traditional oven, you will have nice crust. Also, you will have a nice crust in the waffle, but in the microwave, you will be more softer. Huh?
More softer.
Soft, huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you can put whatever you like, huh? Of course. You can put whenever you like. You can put almonds, you can put chocolate, you can put whatever you like in the recipe and do it whatever you like during the process. Huh?
Right. Thank you.
And you see, we've been talking about a lot during a lot of time, and you still have a moisture muffin coming from the microwave. It's not hard. It's same texture, a little bit more flavor because it's cold.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You have the flavor enhanced, right?
Very
But
nice.
yeah, the product is amazing, the texture.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is very simple. Let's say that we focus on what 60-gram portion size. Okay, just imagine a big muffin like this, which is going to be around 60 gram, or a big slide of bread, or two loaves of bread. Then you're going to have 10% of fiber. That's going to give you around 6 grams of chia flour, right? And 6 grams of chia flour are going to give you at least 3 grams of fiber, at least 2 grams of protein, at least 300 milligrams of omega-3.
Yeah.
Okay, that is very, very simple, and of course, everything will depend on the application that you do, your base recipe, the portion size, because depending on the portion size, you're gonna have more fiber. Like in the case of the cake, also taking consideration that you have all the nutrients that bring you, so you summing up this 3 grams of fiber, or 2.5, or 2 grams of protein, and about 300 milligrams of omega-3. Without adding any carbohydrate or sugar.
You can change the volume and of course the humidity, but I recommend change a little bit of the formula, put more water. That's only thing. Yeah, and a little bit how we were talking about, a little more slowly the process. That's only, and I put a little bit more water. If you put fiber, you have to put a little bit more water. Of course, if you don't put, maybe it's gonna be less humidity. You can have more volume, that's of course, but I recommend put more water. Yeah. Yeah.
And you will be able to get a good volume
Yeah.
of the product, but the water will help you.
Will help you. Will help you. You
in
will
the
win.
binding of all the ingredients.
All right, thank you. Thanks everyone for joining us today on Keto Indulgent Baking. Kudos to the Benexia team. You have really outperformed this time, producing all that wonderful keto dessert breakfast products. I am so impressed. Thank you so much.